Hey folks, this is the review of Season 6 of Star Trek The Next Generation. Overall, it very much feels like a middle of a series season. There's not a whole lot of build-up. There's no large amount of wrap-up. It's just kind of day-to-day operations on a starship, which is good. It's definitely good because too much build up, too much wrap up makes it feel forced. However, being in the middle of a season like that, or middle of a series like this, means that you don't have plot arcs that are ongoing, which really is something that Next Generation missed out on a lot. There weren't a ton of ongoing plot arcs. So there were several episodes that really left me wanting more, which is unfortunate, but it means they had good premise. The left me wanting more is that they didn't finish the story. Definitely among that is the Dyson Sphere episode, Relics. The thing they never touched on after this episode is the Dyson Sphere was empty. I want to know what happened to the population, one, that could make a Dyson Sphere, and two, that was on the Dyson Sphere. Dyson Spheres have a ton of space inside of them. Where'd all those people go? We also had a good, fun, silly episode in Rascals, where a bunch of the, second string characters get some good backstory going. We see what Guinan's childhood was like, Ensign Rowe, and just how everyone really was as a kid, which is something you don't often see. Definitely gave me more respect for Ensign Rowe and for Guinan. It would be hard for me to have more respect for Picard because of any one episode. The person was Keiko, and, well, she's not really memorable in the episode. All she's doing is trying to figure out how to be a wife when she's 14 or 13 or something, and I put all of that stuff in the DS9 years because that's where Miles and Keiko and the whole family dynamic really shines. In Next Generation, she's just kind of there. There's also two-parters in this season. There's Chain of Command, which is an excellent, one of the reasons that a single episode can't give me more respect for Picard, because he already has so much. Just a fantastic episode about how the Cardassians do things. And it also shows off a lot of the moral fiber of Picard, who he is and how he acts. Birthright does a lot of the same stuff for Worf, shows a fair amount of Klingon-ness to him, and shows that he really does care about those Klingon things, the honor, the loyalty, and cares about family in spite of the fact that, the premise of the episode is if he finds his father alive, it would be a huge dishonor, but he goes looking anyway. And I think that definitely says a ton about him. So this season has a lot of mystery episodes in addition to all of the other stuff. Mystery episodes are unlike normal episodes because the core part of it isn't let's fix this thing, it's let's figure out what happened. These episodes are fun to watch the first time. After you know what the mystery is, it's like as Data experienced several seasons ago when he tried the first time to be Sherlock Holmes in the holodeck, and it wasn't fun because he knew the answer to all of the riddles, all of the mysteries. And that's what happens here. If you've seen it before, it's just not as fun. It doesn't have rewatchability. That said, the mystery episodes are a lot of fun the first time. We have, I think, 5 of them I counted. And they all revolve around figuring out what's going on. And it's wonderful on all of them to watch what everyone's doing, how they figure stuff out. So I guess overall, it's a good, solid season. It's a lot of fun. Um, some of it's not as much fun after the first time. Uh, Definitely worth watching, of course. And because really, you've gotten this far. I think overall, I'd give this season 4 stars, or Star Trek emblems, or whatever it is I'm using, because it's well rounded and the acting and everything is very solid through it. It would have gotten 5, but it doesn't have an overarching storyline, which is really needed for a perfect. So yeah, tune in next week for the final season.